IREN is an AI cloud that is building infrastructure all over the world, not just the United States, in all these geographies. Dell is its key server partner, right? It wants the Nvidia GPUs. Couldn't think of a better conversation to have to kind of kick off the day. Dan Roberts, co-founder, co-CEO. You've been a busy guy as well on the M&A side. You've acquired a marketing or creative agency. I mean, basically, why? But there's also this conversation, Caroline and I have it all the time, about the public's perception of what's really happening with data center and how it impacts them.
Yeah, look, brand awareness, we're going global, we're growing our customer base, it's really important to us, but that's a small point in the grand scheme of things. It's all about power and time to compute. And the issue is you can't implement a software update to bring on power.
Right.
You know, the tech industry is very brilliant at going really fast, but you can't code your way to an AI gigawatt of compute, and that's what we're focused on.
In the United States, at least, there is some sort of public backlash, right? In zip codes where data centers are getting built, the public feels the pressure of higher energy prices. What's that like for IREN, and what are you confronting in that respect?
Yeah, 8 years ago when we started this business, we had a differentiated strategy. We never went to metropolitan areas. We went to regional communities where there was an abundance of renewable energy that creates a cost, structural advantage over time. And we've reinvigorated local communities across British Columbia, Canada, Texas, and it's an advantage for us because we are located where people want us to do business.
Dan, I think I'm right in saying, just as with everyone else, you're in a position where demand for compute, your compute, is vastly outpacing your ability to supply it. What is the biggest barrier to you getting more capacity online, getting more stuff built?
Absolutely. I mean, we're still in the dial-up era of AI. When you step back, the amount of friction you've got, waiting for prompts, you've got to craft your prompt really carefully. You know, complex prompts take 15 to 40 seconds to actually spit out an answer.
Right.
As that speeds up, demand accelerates, which drives more compute and more use cases. And for us, it's been a focus on what is the end choke point. And that's power, it's
right.
Steel, it's concrete, it's actually building the physical infrastructure that takes years and years. If you wanted to start today and build a gigawatt AI factory, you are looking 2030s before you get the first compute online.
Let's get a bit deeper on that. So if you wanted to start saying, in other words, you choose a site, you get permissions, you're not going to get it online for 6 years. 4 years.
It'll take you 18 to 24 months to get the attention of a utility to work out whether your block of dirt even has power or not. That's the starting point.
Now we're getting to it. What are the utilities not doing that you need them to do?
Well, utilities, they're doing the best they can. Like, they're running complex networks with a lot of generation on one side, a lot of power demand on the other. And at the end of the day, when you connect to them, this is why grid-connected capacity is so valuable. When you connect to them, they're underwriting 24/7 guaranteed power. So they're naturally risk adverse, and they're naturally dealing with an inundation of requests at the moment.
I'd love to go back to basics for a second. You build data centers, and those data centers have servers inside them, and those servers are for AI workloads. What's it like working with a Dell? What is it that you rely on Dell for? And how do you get hold of NVIDIA GPUs, right? There is this idea that you can just phone Jensen Huang and say, hey, I need some of those. But in practice, it probably doesn't really work like that.
Yeah, look, we've got a great relationship with both Dell and NVIDIA. We announced a partnership with NVIDIA for 5 gigawatts of compute.
They also
last week
made an investment.
Yes, so they're exposed to upside in us as we grow and deploy their GPUs, and we're working on their reference architecture for a gigawatt factory in Sweetwater. But the opportunity with those partners is to work closely and build up the whole ecosystem, all the way from land, steel, concrete, down to the end users of this compute.
Is there a geography somewhere in the world that is a best place to build a data center right now?
Look, every geography is slightly different in terms of how they handle things, but the majority of our capacity is in Texas, and they've been pretty good.
If you could ask Mr. Wang and Mr. Dell one thing right now, or you ask something of them, what would it be?
Oh, look, I think the whole industry is moving from, if silicon is no longer the choke point, how do we solve steel, how do we solve concrete, how do we solve the kilowatts?
And this president and this administration, they have an answer for that?
I think everyone's trying to work it out.
It's been an interesting evolution for your company, right? Now public in the United States, Sydney, Australia is your home. What's that like, trying to work across borders at the moment and trying to get projects done at the same time in different jurisdictions?
Oh, look, the reality is we've got projects in North America, we've got projects in Europe, we've got projects in Australia. Yes, my family is in Sydney and I get back for the weekends, but when people ask where I live, my typical answer is on a plane.